Do we want to go to France? Or I think we're going to Switzerland. Which way?
So let's go that way.
Hello there folks, this is Adam Martin here from ESC Adam, and it's finally time. It's Eurovision week. Me and Becca, who is behind the camera.
Hello.
She will be in front of it during the trip as well. But we are currently sat in Manchester Airport. We are heading out to Basel in Switzerland for the one and only Eurovision Song Contest. Got my coffee. Becca's got her coffee as well. We need this caffeine. So just to give you a little bit of thoughts now before we see any sort of live show in any way, rehearsal or otherwise, I would say my top three as of right now. Third is Denmark, Sissal, Hallucination, our queen. Second, I'm going to go with Kai, Barabastu. And my number one at the moment is Erika for Finland with I Comment. So that's my top three. That might change. By the time you see the end of this video, it might all change. So stick around because you're going to see a lot more of me, of Becca behind the camera and in front of the camera as well. So now with a cheeky little edit, it's going to flip around seamlessly and Becca's going to give you some thoughts too.
Hey guys, it's me, Becca. I am honestly so excited, and you'll never guess who we've just seen. It's only blooming Richie from Radio 2. Absolutely love Richie to bits. He's like just so positive, and he's obviously going to Eurovision. So I'm low-key looking around the airport like, who's coming with us? I am super excited for this trip. Like, I just want to soak it all up, and I think my top three. Oh, this is going to be tough. Right now, I'd say in third place is probably Kyle with Lighter from Norway. Second would probably be Albania. Gotta be Albania. There's been loads and loads of positive comments about Albania, and I totally get it. Like, they've been one of my top favourites since the beginning. And I think my top favourite, my absolute number one right now, and unwavering for at least 2 weeks, has been Sissal with Hallucination, Denmark of course. I am genuinely rooting for her all the way. I think she is going to slay with her performance at the semi-final.
Shortly after breakfast, we were in line waiting to board our plane. There it is, and there's Becca. The excitement was only building in Manchester Airport. We were surrounded by lots of fans as well, eager to get to Basel. The boarding was pretty straightforward. Sometimes with flights it isn't, but look, here we are. We're approaching the plane in question. It was a lovely day in the UK. It was set to be even better over in Switzerland. Look at us, those happy souls there. Up we go, up the steps to board our plane. Looking for our seats as well. Again, it was a very swift boarding, not too much hassle at all. When we found our seats, there she is again. We were just getting eagerly awaiting to get in the air and on the short trip to Switzerland.
2 hours later.
And just like that, we have arrived in Switzerland, into Basel. This is us getting off the airplane. Looks a bit overcast, but trust me, it was very warm. But that doesn't dampen the excitement, of course, and we got a little surprise when we got in the terminal. A lovely effect to have all of the hearts on the wall there, really showing that everyone's getting into the Eurovision spirit of things. This is what I love about host cities, when they really throw themselves into Eurovision and really promote it, just like the Euro Airport has done here. And it wasn't just limited to the hearts on the walls. Look here on the baggage. So when you're waiting to get your bags, you can see the various hearts of the different countries going around and around, and spot your favorite. See which one your bags landed on. There was my favorite, Finland, but they're all here, and it was just, again, a really nice touch. And eventually you even get the contest logo for this year. There it is. But the first big surprise was yet to come. Trying to meet a certain someone who's made quite the impact on Euro fans this year.
It's Lumo.
It's Lumo. Quick, go and say hello. Quick. So we've spotted him, but will we get a picture of him now? Becca, how excited are you to meet Lumo?
I am so excited.
As you can tell, this is the moment we've all been waiting for. The trip is instantly worth it. Bye, Lumo. And we didn't get him this time, but stay tuned. We'll catch up with him.
Look at that hair though.
I know.
I want highlights like that.
Hair goals. Big Lumo. So we've made it. We've arrived in Basel, and we're just waiting for a taxi to take us to the hotel. First impressions?
It's very green.
It's very green.
I'm getting a really good vibe.
Yeah.
And the fact we've just seen Lumo twice in the airport.
Honestly, I'm going to throw up a picture right now just to remind you again of the nightmare fuel this thing is. But we will find him and we will get a picture.
We will find him, and I truthfully think he's actually very cute. So
deep down. But stay tuned. So here we are, and here was our lovely hotel room. Now, full disclaimer, we filmed this at the end of the trip because I forgot to do it at the beginning. So you're just going to see the room. It looks a little bit messier, but it was a lovely room. Look, we've got a little kitchenette there, even a microwave, which would have been really handy. But moving on into the actual queen bed area, look at this bed. Beautiful, nice and big. You got a little chair as well. Nice big TV right in front of the bed to watch all your ESC related stuff. And then moving into the bathroom, let's have a look at this. This bathroom was gorgeous. I loved it. Lovely tile work there. Look, it's me in the mirror and the shower behind. Actually, let's have a proper look at it. There it was. It was a gorgeous shower to use as well. Big props to that. This was a lovely hotel room, so big thank you to the hotel for hosting us. We had a lovely time in our stay.
A few moments later.
Well, we are here. We're at the Eurovision Village. Are you excited?
So excited.
We did just get a little bit drenched.
We did.
The one day we arrive and it's bloody raining here in Basel. But I mean, Brits bringing the weather with them, what can we say?
Literally.
But we're going to go in, we're going to get some food because we're starving, and then we'll check out the place a little bit. And away we went into the Eurovision Village. This first area was like the sponsor area. All the different sponsors had their own booths offering free things to take or little games to play. It was actually really fun. We went around all of them. Look at the joy there. Got a lot of freebies from that one. Then the next part was like the food hall. So you had loads of different food stands with loads of different cuisines from loads of different providers. Really good food. You had this lovely like balloon thing with different coloured lights blaring off it. I'm not quite sure what it was meant to be, but I really liked it. It was very calming, or I felt it was very calming. But yes, lots of food options here. Some more sponsory stuff or local stuff to get involved with as well. Plenty of seating for everybody around, and genuinely some really top food. And right at the end there, you can see there was a little stage there for the Eurovision Village, but the big stage was through the back, through these two sections here. This would be the main event hall. There was a stage in here, and this could have easily fit, a few thousand people in it. It was absolutely huge. And again, we were very excited to go in and check it out just to see how grand it was, because we weren't sure looking at the maps beforehand how big this would actually be. So once you go through these turnstiles, you'll see just how big it actually is and how much it took me certainly by surprise. God, this is massive. Jesus.
Can you imagine what it's going to be like watching the...
As well, yeah.
Isn't it?
Yes, it was huge. Plenty of standing room, some seating areas as well, but they always got taken very quickly. But this was essentially just like a massive warehouse space, right? So like loads of people could pour in here for live events, like people performing on stage or the live screenings of the semis or the grand final. It was just really cool. Banging music too. Here we are a little bit closer to the stage, just so you can see it for yourself. Now, we filmed this on the Monday, so the semi-finals hadn't kicked off yet, so a little bit of dancing from Becca there. But admittedly, it wasn't at peak buzz yet. This room would get very busy throughout the week as the week went on. There's a little tally of the Euro Club programme that was going on in the next building, and now a bit from me. Well, we're here in the Eurovision Village. Hopefully you can hear me. This is the event hall. I mean, just look how massive this is. This is where artists are going to perform. This is where they're going to have screenings of the semi-finals, which hopefully we'll be a part of. So, yeah, we're soaking it all in. Merchandise has already been bought. It's all good, baby. It's Eurovision week. The Village was great this year. Loved the fact it was indoors. You didn't have risk of weather affecting you. Plenty of space for everybody as well. Lots of stuff to do, as you can see here. You could literally spend hours, full-on hours. And they got Eurovision branded cups, which we went back to get a whole lot of. There's my mug looking at that little bubble sculpture thing. And one of the booths here let us do this thing with the UK background where we can give off our peace signs, represent our nation, and also be a little bit silly at the same time as well. But it's Eurovision week, baby.
Day 2.
Okay, so day 2, we went to St. Jacob's Hall in Basel, the arena in which Eurovision 2025 took place. Quite a lovely venue, nice part of town as well. We were very excited to get inside, but first we had to take a trip to the shopping centre across the road, And would you believe it? They have Aldi over there. Oh my goodness. Look at how shocked Becca is. Come on, come along with her. Let's have a look. But no, this shopping centre was really cool. I only really grabbed footage here, but always nice to see what the shops are in different countries. And look, they have Heinz beans. What more could you even ask for? But before long, it was time to head inside the arena.
We're inside! We've made it inside! We'll be grabbing a few food and drinks and then we'll be going inside, so stick around!
Here we are with a giant rock with the Eurovision thing coming out of it. Not really sure what the giant rock was for, don't know if that's always there, but hey, it was there and it still looks somewhat pretty cool. And the rite of passage, we've got to take our picture with the logo sign, just as we did last year. There's me in my GB jacket, repping the girls, even though they weren't on that day, but always repping our country to some extent. But the big surprise was going inside. Look at that. Just look at it. The whole look was really special, and they really made the use of the space, like with where the green room was, how the stage looked, all the colour palettes, the frame thing in the middle there. It was honestly beautiful. And here's a little look at the green room with all of the country flags. This is what you would have seen on the telly, and it was quite nice that it would have been visible to an audience. We didn't see the artist there per se because this was just a rehearsal, but nice touch nonetheless, if you ask me.
Well, we are here. You've just seen the little clip of all around. This is crazy. I think any fan, when they announced it was here, was just been speaking to some locals who said when this got announced here, they thought it was going to be way too small. But I mean, you've seen the clip. This looks absolutely insane.
It's huge.
Great
And
seats as well.
the lighting, the staging, the actual construction of the stage is immense. Like, this is going to be incredible.
It will.
Few inches later.
Here we go.
Hello and welcome to this year's Eurovision Song Contest live from Basel. My name is Hazel Brugger and this is Sandra Studer.
So that was our little snapshot of the rehearsal. We really enjoyed semi-final 1 and we were looking forward to seeing the screening later that day. Lovely end picture to end there on the screen. That was beautiful. So we're going to fast forward a few hours now and take you to the Eurovision Village where we actually watched it and give you our thoughts. Now, this was probably the most tense part of the night, as you can imagine. There was a lot of people about. A lot of people had their favourites, but on this occasion, only 10 countries would make it. 5 of them would be knocked out. So you're going to see just our sort of initial reactions to each of those who ended up qualifying.
Go ahead, lads! Go ahead, lads! It's okay. It's okay. Again, not one of mine. Don't think that deserved it based off that, but what are you going to do? Yeah! There we go, baby. That's 4. No one saw that coming. No one saw that coming, man. Not one. Not one. Oh my God. Belgium or Cyprus aren't going through. Either oh my Lord. Out of those, it's got to be Belgium or Cyprus. What? 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 You're joking!
So yeah, big shock, as I'm sure you know by now. For me, at least, the big shocks were Belgium and Cyprus, that they didn't qualify, Belgium in particular. We had a soft spot for Slovenia as well. Croatia, even though we knew that wasn't really going to happen, we both did love that song, so shame to see that. But, you know, everyone has their favourites for a reason, but only 6 out of 10 for me. Not the best start.
Day 3.
So this was our first off day where we weren't going to the arena, so we thought we'd explore Basel a little bit more. Here is the lovely Rhine. We were exploring there, and we just took this opportunity to go around the city a bit more, maybe explore some locations, go back to where the arena was and explore that area too. But we were just being tourists, man. I mean, here's Becca looking gorgeous on the streets of Basel there. Just nice to see different things of what was about, the lovely old architecture, the tram system, all that sort of stuff. I want to say the infrastructure was really great on the whole. There's the Rhine again. But our highlight, I think, of that off day was visiting a certain museum. Now, Basel has a lot of museums, that's no secret, but there was one that we had our eyes caught on, and I think you'll be quite surprised by what you see here. So this was the Basel Toy Museum, and this was something really cool. Lots of vintage toys like Stipe teddy bears and the history of where that came from. Lots of models, lots of like dolls houses, really old school toys, but really, really cool to see. And they had this like iPad thing that generated AR like videos and imagery. Great if you have children. Highly recommend this if you ever come to Basel. When we were there, they had this Lego exhibition as well. This is only a temporary thing, but again, lots of great information about Lego history, how we interact with it, how we play with it as such. There's a little Lego guy there with the Swiss flag, really cool. Just a really beautiful place to explore. Again, highly recommend it if you ever get the chance to go. This is me with probably the best shop in the world, which is McPaperland. It sells all sorts, but everything from like the name, and you can see on my face how buzzed I was to go. So again, if you see McPaperland, definitely get yourself down there. Also near the arena, we went to the Miriam Garten, which is a lovely like garden park. We only covered a small part of it, but this is like the iris garden with so many different types of the iris flower. Really beautiful, and the weather was gorgeous. The sun was beaming, and had we had more time, we could have walked around and explored around this forever, quite frankly, but sadly time was not on our side. But what we did see of this place was amazing. Completely cut off as well from the arena. You'd never guess this was right next to it. Later on that evening, we headed out back to the Euro Village because we wanted to soak up some more stuff. We saw the Azerbaijani act, which is becoming like an unintentional tradition that we see the Azerbaijani act at the Eurovision Village. But then also we decided we'd take a sporadic trip to the Euro Club. Now, why would we do that? Well, we caught wind that one of our favourites this year was making a surprise appearance, and that was Marko Bosaniak from Croatia, who of course had been knocked out the previous night, but he decided to make an appearance at Euroclub to give us a rendition of Poison Cake, which, as I've said numerous times, for me and Becca, it's one of our favourites. I know it's not a fan favourite, but something about this song has always stuck with us. We've always quite liked it. So getting to see him live up close and this personal, a real treat. Afterwards, it was straight on dancing, man. They were blaring out the Eurovision tunes, including some of our favourites from this year. And here's us dancing the night away. And we just went on and on. We could have stayed there for even longer. We did have to get back home, though. We did need to get some sleep. But honestly, the way this was going, we could have stayed until the early hours, just bopping, singing our heads off, dancing, joining in with everyone else. It was a really great atmosphere. Considering this was our first time in the Euro Club, I think we're definitely going to be going back in future years. Pure vibes, pure energy, good times. This is what it's all about. We also got a surprise appearance from Red Sebastian, who also didn't make it through, of course, but he was there and we all saw him and were buzzed to see him there. It was just really cool, again, seeing him sort of up close and personal like this. So really positive experience of the Euro Club. Hope to go again sometime in the future. We both loved it. Keep those tunes banging, the guests coming like that, and we'll be there with bells on.
Day 4.
Look who it is. We found him. We found him.
Yes, at long last, folks, we were able to meet Lumo, the mascot this year. And it's not fake excitement. We were genuinely so buzzing to have finally met this frightening creature.
We have just met the most important person at the ESC. We met Lumo. Can you see him?
I can't believe it.
How do you feel?
We got a picture with Lumo, and I said, bye, Lumo, and Lumo waved.
He certainly did. Now, we saw Lumo at the airport. We didn't get the footage, and ever since then, we were like, we must find this heart-shaped monstrosity
hunting him
somewhere
down
in Basel. And there he is. And we've just got a photo with him. So I think that's the day already made.
Yeah, definitely.
Before long, we were back inside the arena, ready for the dress run of semi-final 2.
We're in the arena for semi-final 2, dress rehearsal. We're on the other side this time, actually. I'll put some footage over it. What do you think of this view? We're a bit higher up.
We've got a very good view of like the whole stage. We can see onto the slim, like long platform between like the big arch, basically, which is great.
We're here in sport. We've got our Denmark scarves on. Come on, Sissal. I've also got my Finland one for Erika. This will be a really interesting rehearsal.
And with that, things got underway. Really interesting, as always, to see like the behind the scenes of these things. And like with semi-final 1, you're going to see some clips that I took of all of the acts, and then what happened in the aftermath. I mean, it just goes without saying, for me at least, Erika absolutely stole the show. There were some really other strong contenders as well. Sisal did a phenomenal job, Catharsis for Lithuania, but in terms of being in the room watching it, Erika, man, Erika just absolutely delivered. So before long, we were back at the Eurovision Village, waiting to see who qualified. This time, you'll see our live reactions, like in our faces, as opposed to pointing at the screen like in semi-final 1. So here you go.
Right, here we go. Let's see who goes through. Did you guess who we're hoping for? Yes! Deserved, absolutely deserved. Good start, good start. Okay, so there's no great surprises there. I think we all saw that coming. I suppose they've gotten it out of the way.
Come on, Pad.
Bit of fire. Yeah! That's two. Yeah!
Oh my God!
I knew she could fucking do it. my God.
I'm so happy. I'm so happy.
Yeah!
Yes.
That's 4. Yeah! 5 out of 6!
You're going to join me.
Not a run. Yeah! Yes! Oh, it's going good, baby! Yeah, Latvian got through. We like the girls.
Yes.
We love the girls.
We
I
do.
don't think we had it in the end as one we thought should, but there we are.
Yeah.
Happy for her.
Yeah, very happy for them.
In theory, this shouldn't be Georgia, but after Portugal,
Can you hear them? Malta, Malta, Malta.
there it is. There's Malta. That's 9. Did you have that one?
Yeah, I did.
So Becca had that one. That's 7 out of 9. I personally didn't. So that's 6 out of 9 for me. We've got 1 spot left, and there's a lot of good songs still there. I'd be happy with Australia, Montenegro, Ireland, or Greece. Personally,
Greece or Australia for me.
just those 2.
Yeah.
Okay. Greece! Greece! Absolutely deserved. Absolutely deserved. Well done, Greece. But again, so many. No Australia, no Gojo. Well, for me, no Montenegro, which is a real shame. No Ireland either. Well, no Czechia. We sort of, as we talked today, we didn't really think it would happen, and sadly, that is what's happened.
Yeah.
But I mean, we love Adonis, but
Yeah.
this wasn't to be. But Gojo, man, no Gojo.
Really sad about Gojo. He definitely deserved a place in the final.
So despite some more shocks, no Australia, for example, we weren't deterred because we had a special surprise waiting for us in the very next room. Karja, who was the runner-up in 2023, an artist that we've come to love, we've seen him live, was giving a performance at the Village. So naturally, we were in there and we went to go and see him. And it was a phenomenal, phenomenal little gig that he put on for us. And we're so glad we got to see him. And with that rounded off our final evening in Basel, as it were.
The next day.
Now, admittedly, on the last day, I didn't really take that many videos or photos. We just explored Basel a lot. We went to loads of second-hand shops, loads of charity shops, just really got our fill of the city itself. I think we really got the full scope of what Basel has to offer. Truly a beautiful city. So glad they've been able to host Eurovision this year. It was a joy to visit. And rounding it off with this little mural that we found of like loads of the music greats. Beautifully painted mural. And again, this just sort of sums up the trip. It was a beautiful trip. Me and Becca were very honoured and humbled that we got to go to Basel in the first place, that we got to experience this magical city in Switzerland for all it's worth, that we got to enjoy our favourite contest all over again, just like we did in Malmö the year before. Here's hoping next year, hopefully you'll see us in Austria, whether it's Vienna or wherever it ends up. But I hope you've enjoyed this little trip, this little insight into our trip. Again, it's not the most comprehensive vlog in the world, but listen, we were there to mainly enjoy the contest first and foremost, and we certainly did. And I hope you've enjoyed watching our little experience of Eurovision. If you did, leave a like on it. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. Subscribe to ESC Adam as well. Let's help the channel grow. More content's going to be coming in the future during the off season this year. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time, and I'll leave you with this.
Do re mi fa sa sa serving.